Key tips on simplifying the square root. First, square root of 10. For that, we need to list down all the we need to master the or familiarize or memorize the perfect squares. So, 1 square is equal to 1, but we will not list it because it will not affect the outcome. So, we have 2 square, 4, 3 square, 9, 4 square, 16, 5 square, 25, 6 square, 36, 7 square, 49, 8 square, 64, 9 square is 81, 10 square is 100, 11 square, 121, 12 square, 144, 13 square is 169, 14 square is 196, 15 square is 225. Okay, we the trick is the idea is you just have to look at the perfect squares which are lower than 10. So to make it faster, what is the 1/2 of 10? The answer is 5. So we're just gonna have to look on the perfect square that is less than 5. Remember, these are the perfect squares, right? So we're gonna have to look for a number which is less than a perfect square which is less than 5, and that is only 4. The question is 10 divisible by 4? The answer would be no, because the remainder is 0. Therefore, square root of 10 is already in the lowest term, so that is the final answer. How about square root of 8? Okay, so square root of 8. What is 1/2 of 8? The answer is 4. And it's obvious that 4 is also a perfect square. So we can rewrite square root of 8 as square root of 4 times 2. Remember, square root of 8 is equal to square root of 4 times 2. So it will become square root of 4 square root of 4 times square root of 2. Then square root of 4 is 2 square root of 2. Okay, so the final answer would be square root of 8 is equal to 2 square root of 2. Okay, how about square root of 30? So what is 1/2 of 30? The answer is 15. So look at the perfect squares which are less than 15. So there are only 2 perfect squares aside from 1, that is 4 and 9. So the question would be, is 30 divisible by 9? The answer is no. Is it divisible by 4? The answer is still no. So since there are no perfect square that can divide the 30, therefore it is already in the lowest term. Okay, next, square root of 40. What is 1/2 of 40? That is 20. Look at all the perfect squares that are less than 20. We have 16. Is 40 divisible by 16? The answer is no. Is it divisible by 9? The answer is no. Is it divisible by 4? The answer is yes. So we will rewrite square root of 40 as square root of 4 times 10, because 40 divided by 4 is 10. So it becomes square root of 4 times square root of 10. Square root of 4 is 2, and square root of 10 is still square root of 10, just like this one. So the final answer would be 2 square root of 10. So we'll write 2 square root of 10. How about square root of 1 to 8? So what is 1/2 of 1 to 8? The answer is 64. And it so happens that 64 is also a perfect square. So you'll rewrite square root of 1 to 8 as 64 times 2. Because 64 times 2 is 1 to 8. Then square root of 64 is 8. And square root of 2 is still square root of 2. So the final answer is 8 square root of 2. So we have 8 square root of 2. Then for the last two examples, square root of 75. So what is 1 half of 75? That is 37.5. So we look at the perfect squares that are less than 37.5. Is it divisible by 36? The answer is no. Is it divisible by 25? The answer is yes. Therefore, we'll rewrite it as 25 times 3 because 25 times 3 is 75, or 75 divided by 25 is 3. So, square root of 25 times square root of 3. Square root of 25 is 5. Square root of 3 is square root of 3. And since square root of 3, since 3 has no perfect square that can factor that number 3 aside from 1, then it is already the lowest term. Okay, and last example, 5 square root of 3. The last example, square root of 500. We all know that 500 is divisible by 100. So we'll just rewrite it as 5 times 100. Square root of 5 is still square root of 5 because it cannot be divided by 4. While square root of 100 is 10. Because 10 squared is 100. So this is the square root of 100. And square root of 5 is already in the lowest term. So the final answer would be 10 square root of 5.